Hey everybody, this is Kay. I'm here today with my Eyescream Beauty bag, not the box, the bag for January of 2024. So this typically has 3 items in it. This one has 4. And they give you a little card, Eyescream Beauty. This is a Belle Pierre takeover box or bag. So there's 3 Belle Pierre items in here and then a bonus item. Okay, so I'm gonna save the palette for last. There's a palette in here. So let's go through the other products that are in here. And I do have this lipstick on today. This is the Belle Pierre Super Gloss. Here it is. Okay. So this is a 18, it's called the Belle Pierre Cosmetics Runway Lip Gloss. It has an $18 value. It's a pretty good size. It's comfortable. It's not really drying down. This is what the wand looks like. And this is the color. So, you know, it feels comfortable. I read on their website that they specialize in like natural ingredients and minerals. So the reason I went on the website is because I could not figure out what this product was. So this is the next product. This is a refined shimmer powder and it's a $10 product. So it turns out that what this is, and this is in the shade SP029, which I think is black. So what this is this is a powder that can be mixed with a lot of different things, whether you mix it with eyeshadow or blush, you make it an eyeshadow, you can wet it and put it on a brush and turn this into a liner. I would imagine you could use this as a base color to sort of make some of the colors actually are more vibrant when there's a black base. I could see myself using it like wetting a very fine brush and using this as a eyeliner, because years ago, and I guess they still make it, Lancome had one that you did that with. And I actually liked it a lot. It stayed on pretty well. It stayed on better at the time. The crayons or the you know, the eyeliners that were crayons didn't stay on very well. So I took the lid off of it a little bit, and so we can see what it looks like. So I would guess that, you know, you would like sort of, it's got a little shaky thing. You'd sort of like maybe put some water on a brush and then dab it in there. But if I do, look at this. You saw how little that was? Look at that. So, ooh, you know, you don't need very much of it. It is the black one. And you could see how, you know, that would be something that would be quite a base. In fact, I'm gonna leave it here, and because we do have an eyeshadow palette, and we're gonna see what happens when we put eyeshadow on there. So anyway, I don't know how much use I'm gonna get out of this. I had gotten some kind of, I think it was during Halloween, I had also gotten a black kind of, I guess it was an eyeshadow primer, and I'm trying to keep my eyes as open and light as I can possibly keep them. So it just, black products around my eyes are just really not, or dark products are just not things that I'm really looking for. Okay, so I did get my finger mostly clean from this. So we're gonna check on that just so we can see how it does react. I'm gonna go ahead and get this off of here too. Okay, so that's the 2 products. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and do one more product before I get to the palette. This was like considered a New Year's bonus item. And what this is this is a little glitter shadow, or you can also put it on your body. It's from Magic Castle Cosmetics. It's a glitter gel, and this is an $8 value. I did put a little bit of this on earlier. This, you can see that it is glitter, it is gel, and this is really fine glitter in here. And so it says not to use directly on your eyes. I could see the reason for that is that maybe some of it would actually come off, but I did put a little on earlier just on my hand there, and I will tell you, so this is what it looks like. Okay, I will tell you that when it dries, it's really not moving around. So I guess, they're saying don't put it right directly with your eyes. I don't know that I really see myself using this much. Maybe for Halloween or something, I don't know. But I'm not really one for glitter eyeshadow. Or, it also said you could use it, like on your shoulders and wherever. So anyway, it's interesting. It's not anything I would have ever bought for myself. Okay, so the main item in here, and this certainly pays for it. And I did not know, because I don't really keep up with Belle Pierre. I've seen a lot of their setting powders in the Ipsy box and bags. And I've seen over the years their lipstick. And I haven't really seen a lot of other products from them. So I was sort of surprised to know that they had a palette. And they're saying that this is a $40 value. When I actually went on their website, this actually was selling for $39. So that's pretty close. And what it's called, it looks like it's got this thing where you could like hang it up here on the back. I don't know where they actually sell Belle Pierre Cosmetics. This was made in China. So anyway, so it's like got the 90s theme, and there's a cassette tape for people who don't know that there was cassette tapes before there were DVDs or CDs. So then it gives you like sort of how to do it on the side here, which I think is sort of interesting, to give you the instructions. It is a very interesting palette, and supposedly when I look on the website, these things are really supposed to be finely milled and hypoallergenic, and they're supposed to be for people who have trouble or they're good for people who have trouble with allergies. These are some really pretty colors. I actually am sort of excited to get this, to tell you the truth. It sounds interesting. So let's take, this one of these colors here, and let's see what happens when we put it up on this black. So I'm actually going to take this blue one, actually two different blue ones, and this is what they look like, okay, before I put them on the black. Let's see what happens. Okay, really not much happened. So I've seen other times where this putting black on here makes a huge difference. Here it really didn't. It's not making this pop at all with any of the ones that I'm trying. So I have to tell you, I just don't know that this is going to be something that's really helpful for me to have this black. By the way, it comes in a lot of different shades. So if it had come in a light shade, then I could have probably found better use for it. But anyway, you did there was no choice that on the shade. You just got whatever they were going to send. So anyway, it is what it is. So I think that actually, these products down here are actually like a blush and a shimmer and maybe a contour. It seems that it is, because it says 25 eyeshadow color palette with a highlighter, contour, and a blush. And then they say it all in a different language. And actually, I don't know if you can, I don't want to put the mirror on here, but the mirror is actually pretty small, but it's exactly right on what you would actually need. So, I think it's sometimes a waste that everything does have a mirror in it. You think about throwing that away, and some palettes don't even come with a mirror these days. So I'm glad that if they could make the choice, they chose a smaller mirror. So I'm gonna look at some of these shades. Now there's a wide range of shades in here. There's it's about without counting it out, it's about half and half. So we looked at it on top of that black. So, and by the way, this is pretty much it's not moving very much, but that doesn't mean it's not moving at all. And so I think that, and it says don't use it right close to your eyes. I just don't know that would be a good product for me, because I'm worried I would get one of these flecks in my eye. So it looks like it's mostly going to stay on, but I mean, all it's going to take is one fleck and I'm not going to be happy. All right, so I'm going to take a look at this row here, because this blue really intrigues me here, and these are sort of a mostly shimmer row here. So we're going to take a look at that row. Okay, these do seem like nice shadows. They're going on pretty well. They have a nice feel to them. I like what it says about how they're mineral based. Okay, so these are the ones in that row. Okay, and that was that really, this is what that really, really bright blue looks like. So that's interesting. So I actually like greens too. So we're gonna try the row that has, oh, and they have some little burgundy ones. So, you know, I think I'm gonna try some of the ones that are the colors that I would like, and then I'm not really gonna try the ones that are just more neutral in this palette, because I'm more interested in the colors. So we're gonna do some of these colors in here and see what they look like when you swatch them. A green. Oh, there's another green. It's not really showing up too much. Okay. Okay. So there's some from the other part of the palette. So this was the one green, this was another one you can barely see, and this was a matte sort of purple, and then this is sort of pretty. So I'm going to show you the ones that I did look at just now. So I looked at this green one here, and this did have color to it. This one we didn't really get to show it very much. I looked at this one and I looked at this one. So this one right here is this color, and that was pretty. So what I noticed with this when I was swatching it is that the matte ones, when you swatch them with your finger, they're really not, you're not getting up a lot when you, they didn't seem very buttery. They just seemed like they were gonna be, I mean, they're just not, I'm not picking up a lot of color with any of the mattes. Now I'm doing some mattes, and they're just, they're having a lot harder time actually picking up any color. But the buttery ones, now here was one, the blue one did. There was a blue one. Okay, here's a gray one here. But the blue one picked up color. The rest of them just really didn't. So, I mean, they're not gonna be overwhelming if they're used for a crease. So I am interested to take a little peek down here at these ones down here and see what those look like. Okay, so if that's really a blush, that's a peachy blush. And then this is the highlighter. I like that. I may actually use that, you know, right underneath the brow bone. And then there's like a more of a contour. So, I mean, there's lots of things to do with this palette. Right offhand, I forget what the price of this thing is. This box, I think it could be $15 plus shipping. I'll have to look it up. I'm not sure. But, I mean, this is a nice little palette. I think I'm gonna have some fun with it, particularly the shimmer colors. I don't see myself having as much fun with the mattes because they just weren't doing much, actually. But the shimmer colors actually, you know, seemed a lot easier to apply, and they seemed more buttery. So, yeah. And look at that. My hands are still stained by this black. So I tell you what, that just seems like that's going to be a mess, and I'm just going to have to stay away from that black thing. Okay, well, anyway, there's another look at it. So that's very colorful, and I'm happy to have it to play around with. it seems like a nice palette. It says it's $40, so we'll work with it and just, you know, see how it is. So do I think I've got my money's worth out of this? You know, I certainly did. I mean, you know, I think it really is somewhere around $15. I'll have to double check. But you know, you get a $40 palette. Now, you know, this is okay too. This is a color that I think a lot of people can use. It's comfortable. It seems to be staying on. So I think this is pretty nice. And this is an $18 value. So that's $40 for the palette and $18 for this. The other two things in here, I'm not really happy about, or I really am not, to tell you the truth. I mean, I just don't even think I'm going to use the other two things in here. And I don't know anybody that I would give them to that would actually use them either. Those other two things. If I'm really creative one day and I actually find the little brush that I have that's like an eyeliner kind of brush, I may get brave and try this, but I'm typically just, you know, it's either going to be a liquid liner and you're done and you don't have a mess, or it's going to be just a crayon kind of liner that I'm going to go for. I'm not going to play around with you know, dark powders and making a mess. But it's interesting. I just wish, you know, it had come in the light color. It also comes in like blues and, you know, and other colors, but for some reason they decided to send this black one out. But anyway, that's it for today. I think that's all of the boxes and bags that I was actually going to get for the entire month. This is the last thing. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and have a great day.